I'm not sure if that's a green heron or a sora over there. There's two of them. Really, really cool. Okay, so today I am shooting in 4K S-Log 3. And I'm shooting on an L-mount lens. This is the 14 to 35. I'm gonna give this to my daughter. This I'm gonna give to my daughter too as well. So we don't have to keep trading back and forth. That'll give me a reason to buy something new. But also this is going to be a video rant. So the keyboard trolls, anybody who wants to leave negative comments, please do down below. Here's what I'm thinking. I love watching all different kinds of photography videos. And some people are really good at shooting the fillies or wedding photographers. But because of their status on YouTube, they are given this super high-end gear to promote. But you can tell that they are not wildlife photographers. It's just plain, it's obvious, and it irritates me, it irks me to no end. One of them, who was shooting the fillies, when he was given the 300 to 600 Sigma lens, I think maybe it was a Sony, I don't know, it was the lens that I wanted to try. And my wife went into the hospital, so I had to cancel my rental. I left a comment saying, great photos, but you're no wildlife photographer. And I actually got a comment that said, who asked you? Fair enough. Nobody asked me. You're right. It wasn't a negative comment. And then one that I was watching this morning, the guy lives now in Puerto Rico. He was a fantastic wedding photographer. Sony sent him a couple of really long lenses. It's beautiful photos. But it's obvious that you are not a wildlife photographer. It's just simply obvious. One of the comments that really upset me was, well, with these long lenses, you know, you're not going to be hand-holding. You're not a wildlife photographer. When I first got this, okay, and I posted a photo like this on Instagram with my new camera lens, I was so excited about getting this one in place of my old 500 f4, which was heavier than this. So I replaced it with this 600 f4. This was version 3, the EF version. And even this photo here, where I had rented Canon's 800 EF, the best lens. Man, I love that lens, and I almost bought it. I just thought, you know. So right now I'm thinking about buying Nikon Z800 and a Z8 body just to have for fun. But when I posted a comment or a photo on Instagram of this, well, so much for hand-holding. I hand-hold this 99.999% of the time. And I know there are a lot of people that are unable, and the reason I show videos that are using entry-level gear, right? The 800 f11, the 600 f11, or the 100 to 500, or the 100 to 400. Those are the lenses I think are pretty phenomenal. The 200 to 800, in my opinion, was a dismal miss. It's a good lens, but it's not really sharp at 800 millimeters. It leaves a lot to be desired. I prefer the 100 to 500 with a 1.4 extender on there at 700 millimeters and an f10. I think the photos are just crisper, they're better, and even the 100 to 400 I think is sharper, the RF version. Originally, I just wanted to come out here before giving this away to shoot as a comparison. I was out here with my old Nikon D800, and if you've watched any of my other videos, you've heard me say things like, it's the passion of the person behind the lens that makes the photos. And so I come out with entry-level gear or old gear, something that I think that other people are going to be shooting. Okay, so I had to adjust some of the settings because as the sun is now coming out, even though it's really, really cloudy through here, I would have been so blown out. All my highlights would have been gone. Oh, look at that. I have the 1.4 extender on here, so I'm shooting some wonderful portrait shots. Now, one of the rants was, oh, the minimum focus distance, you can't get up close. I have a solution for that too. Put extension tubes on there in tight situations. I've used it for hummingbirds and dragonflies. It works extremely well. But if you're not a real wildlife photographer, you wouldn't know that. If you've never shot anything but, if all you've ever shot was weddings, you wouldn't know that. Where I have seen companies do something really, really smart, there goes my son, OM systems. If you guys really want to do something that showcases your product and gets someone extremely excited about it, send it to someone who will use it and is a photographer in the genre that you're targeting. My friend Phil, fill your stuff with the OM system, with all your stuff is phenomenal. But I think I even commented on your stuff, the passion, the excitement that came through the video as you started shooting that OM system, and then you went and bought it. And you continue to use it, and it's phenomenal, amazing stuff. So these camera companies, man, if you guys really, really want to showcase something, why don't you send your stuff to people that will actually use it in the way that it's intended to be used? There's a snowy right there. And one of his comments was, okay, the one I was watching, well, yeah, but this one is $15,000, and there's a reason that lens is $15,000. There's a reason that this was $13,000, $12,000. The photos, the gear does make a difference, but the passion comes through as well. When most of us say, oh, our phones are great, and I get the same thing on my phone. No, you don't. You really, really don't. You just don't have the control, and you never will. Phones are great. They're phenomenal tools, man. They've come such a long way, and I don't know which borrowed which with the face detection. I missed it. I love the advancements that we have in cameras. I like having my level right across the screen to try and keep things level. I like the eye tracking. I like the subject tracking, having that whole sensor that you can use for focus. I like all of that. And it is phenomenal. And I forget how amazing the R3 is because I don't use it that much. I like the 24 megapixels. They're easy to process. There's a lot to be said for the new gear. There's a lot to be said for the old gear. but there's so much to be said for the passion. Man, if you're into wedding photography, do wedding photography because you do it really, really well and you have a passion for it. Those that shoot landscapes, if that's what you're into, I don't see it. I try and I like it, it's fun, but it's not my forte. Someone with passion that goes out and takes pictures on the street of street photography, not my thing. But you get some amazing doorknobs that I just look at and go, that is absolutely stunning. So the one that I was watching this morning, my wife looked at me and she said, he's a doofus. I agree. So all the keyboard trolls, man, you're welcome to leave me negative comments. You're welcome to leave me positive comments too. I like shooting wildlife. I'm a wildlife photographer. I can shoot events. I have shot many of them.
Okay, this one's for Gabby.
Photography to me is photography, but there's a passion behind it. And I don't shoot a wedding video the same way other people do. Okay, pose. No, I do it my way. The same way I just like to be unobtrusive, stand back. I'll get those great candid shots. I'll get the shots that you need. And the shots that everybody wants. Oh, throw your head back. I can get those too. But I want something genuine. When you see the wildlife out here, it's genuine. They're just angling to survive. That's what they're trying to do. Passion, passion, passion. Does the gear make a difference? It can. It definitely can, but there has to be passion behind it. You still have to know how to use the gear. The best gear doesn't make a great photographer. A great photographer can make whatever gear give you a phenomenal result. And again, Phil, I watch the stuff that you and everybody else does, where you go out on the street and you take photos of doorknobs and cracks in the sidewalk and all this stuff, and I'm looking at it going, that is simply mind-blowing, phenomenal. I can't do that. When I get these vintage lenses and I go and I take pictures of flowers and such, I'm taking something that interests me. So anyway, this was just a rant and a rave. I really just wanted to come out to the river one last time with this camera body and this lens that I'm filming on here. All in autofocus. Man, I'm also rather upset with myself when I left. I was in a hurry and I was thinking about that video and what I was going to say in this one, and I forgot my boots, so I can't walk out to the middle of the river to get photos from different angles as I see someone standing in the middle over there, probably fishing. But anyway, JonnyPink, man, thank you for letting me share with you guys. I actually find it harder to stand up after sitting down than I do wielding this thing around as a handheld lens, and it is. I've had a lot of people comment, I can't do that anymore, and I understand that and I respect that. The 100 to 500 is a phenomenal lens which will do the same. The Nikon PF lenses are simply phenomenal. They're super sharp, super light, so that's another option too. There's no perfect setup, there's no perfect photographer, there's just the passion behind it. But everyone has a specialty. It's hiding in the reeds, so I'm gonna go catch that Sora if I can. JonnyPink, thanks. Please, please, please give it a thumbs up, and of course, if you didn't like the rant and you thought it was dumb, give it a thumbs down, and that's okay too. And if this is noisy, well, my light keeps changing so much, there's not much I can do. The video that I didn't show you where I was out here with the 800 and the Tamron 150 to 600, thank you, James, is going to be linked over here, okay? And go check it out, JonnyPink. Thanks, man. Give it a thumbs up, please. I'll see you guys. One other thing as I come back to my car that I wanted to talk about, something that just irks the crap out of me. And this one I'm not shooting in log anymore. This one is just HDR. When people say and they're reviewing something, we're going to put it through our paces. No, you're not putting it through any paces. It's going to put you through paces. What we all use, all this modern gear, we do about 2%. Those that really get into it might use 20% of it. but it'll do more than any of us. There's so many more tools than any of us can ever use. It's fun to have, but you're not putting it through its paces. I just hate that. It's one of those irritating, annoying things, you know, your pet peeves, like when someone uses the word myself. Come see myself. No, it's come see me. Maybe you should learn your grammar. When I was in college, one of the college classes that I was taking, as we had time with our tests, I would sit there and start correcting the grammar on the test and hand it back in that way. Little things like that irk and annoy me. So that's enough of my ranting and raving. Again, give it a thumbs up, all right? Thanks, man. We'll see you guys.